television table anyway. Slightly easier to break off on the TV table. And the reason? Well, there's a poor break. The reason why it's easy to break off on the television table? Absolutely no moisture in the cloth whatsoever. The balls react superbly well, and so you don't have to bang them so hard to get them moving around the table.
This was really a mishit. Look at all the topspin on that cue ball. Just trying to impart a little more oomph into that break, and aired on the side of control.
So the advantage swings back to Bustamante. Quickly looking around the table for any problem balls. I'm sure 9-ball pool fans have got used to the patterns around the table now. Quickly work out where there may be a sticking point positionally. And obviously this 3 and then to the 4, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. Float this cue ball over, just nestle in between the 4 and the 8. It's a bit short of pace. That is a misjudgment, and may now be forced into playing the bank shot, or could play the safety.
Steve, it almost looks like he might be able to play the bank shot here and draw the cue ball into the 8, bank the 3 into this corner, play the cue ball into the 8, and if the 3 didn't go in, he may have a chance of snookering him behind the 4, which is the next ball on anyway.
Spot on there, and actually would have snookered him behind the 8.
But has he left the 4 on?
Yeah, I think he can. Well, if he can't put it into the bottom left as we look on our screen, he can certainly cut it into the opposite pocket. That is missable, but his problem is how does he bring this cue ball out into the table to get on the 5, which would be easily puttable from the bottom half of the table. Oh,
what a sweet hit that was. Had to draw to the side cushion and swing it back between the colors with a lot of left-hand English.
He certainly made that shot look easy, and you know, that shot is easier than it would be on a club table, but even so, when you've got to make the positional play count, it's easy to twitch as well. It's easy to not hit the ball properly,
and especially given it's your first look at the table. He never got up in the first rack.
The loop bridge employed by most of the top class pool players. One of the reasons they use the loop bridge, they can very, very fluent, lazy grip. If you have the loop bridge, you can jack it up to play topspin or lower it down to play backspin, and these balls are slightly bigger than a snooker ball, so to play with topspin you've got to be higher up the ball with your bridge.
Just looking at this 9, a little tricky. You wouldn't want to be shooting this shot on a snooker table, Steve. No problems for Francisco here, though. He replies with a terrific clearance to level it up here on center stage. 1-1 in the race to 11.
As the ball's on the up, then it bounces up in the air. If you can catch it sort of as it's dipping down and whacking into it, you could probably get more transfer of speed as well. Oh, he's lost the white ball. Bad break off.
Well, he did just about everything. Almost tried to kick that cue ball out of the side pocket there. This is about as much body English as you're going to see from Efren Reyes.
So often happens if you don't contact that 1 ball centrally and the cue ball starts to veer off to one side or the other. And there's the reaction of Efren once he knew it was near the pocket. Ooh.
50 years of age. I didn't mention the induction, can't I? Just recently inducted into the Billiards Hall of Fame. And I'm quite sure that this man will be joining him at some time in his illustrious career.
Just recently? I assume that at one stage it was just for American players then. I don't know the whole situation. Oh, great shot there. Now look at the clever shot he's played there. Not just making the ball, he split the 7 and 8 apart. What a clever shot.
A little unlucky to have left himself hampered. Doesn't have a lot of angle on this one with which to work, but the 2, fortunately for Bustamante, is in the same half of the table. So just work the cue ball off those cushions. Steve, the way this match is going, where it just doesn't seem like either one is running away and hiding, are we looking at a possible one rack to decide who goes through to the quarterfinals?
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? It looks like you've got 2 marathon runners on a piece of elastic. Neither one can get away from the other, or pulling each other back. You'd expect it to happen for some reason as well. As if they're both waiting for that to happen as well. As if they both already prepared themselves for a final frame shootout, final rack shootout.
A little straighter on this 5. He just has to make sure to leave himself below the 6 for the natural angle to run up for the 7.
Now we see the benefit of shifting that 7 and 8 apart so early in the run.
I wonder if we'd asked both Reyes and Bustamante if it came down to it and finished 10-10, how do you feel about playing one rack for a place in the quarterfinals of the World Championships? I wonder what their answer would have been. Perfect angle to bring the cue ball down for the 9 to his choice of corners.
Efren Reyes, the first winner of this World Championship here in its first year in Cardiff. Bustamante has come so close to winning last year. Is Bustamante going to win this year? Who knows? One thing's for sure, whoever wins is going to beat some great players.
And everyone on the edge of their seats here in Cardiff. He's breaking for the match.
Settle down then, please, now.
And everyone glued in on this break.
Lost the cue ball somewhat, and it looks to have gone safe, and perhaps Reyes will get a chance. Look at that, 3, 2 and 9.
Another look at the break off, Steve. He's rarely not seen a ball go in off the break, and one wonders if fate may not playing a card here.
I wonder if he was just a bit tighter on that break off than he had been on other breaks. He just killed the cue ball a bit. And has he played a... Oh, he's not made a ball, so it's Reyes at the table. I've got 20 emails have been sent in, apparently, all the same, saying that the man who Efren Reyes learnt from, or was taught him, I'm not too sure, is a guy called Jose Amang Perica.
Yes, another great Filipino player who spends a lot of time in America. Does Perica? I actually played Perica in Florida about 15 years ago.
How old is he?
He'd be a few years older than Reyes, but not many. You know, maybe somewhere between 50, 55, I'd say. But so Perica's been a great player from the Philippines for a long time.
We're not talking about a master grasshopper situation here. We're not talking about his mentor rather than perhaps a practice partner.
I think a bit of both, Steve. I guarantee you they will have played together a lot. But Perica just won a seniors event in America within the last month.
Jose,
look at this kick shot.
He's got the 9, he's won it!
Oh, he's made the 9! Unbelievable! He kicked the 1, made the 9 in the side pocket. What an end to an unbelievable match! And look at Bustamante, 11-8, and he is through to the quarterfinals. Steve, what a match we have been treated to here.
Well, a man who suffered so much heartache last year when he lost out to Earl Strickland. He clipped the 1. It was a great clip on the 1. The 8 onto the 3, onto the 9. Heartache for Reyes. Joy for Bustamante. Look at the reaction of Bustamante. He saw the clip, he saw the 8, he saw the 3 and 9, and he knew he'd won it. Apologising to the referees for a split second there, Jim.
Delighted. Francisco Bustamante beats his idol 11-8.
Wow. What a way to end. Well, and this crowd stunned at the end of that match. Reyes out without a shout just at the end. Watch it one more time. This, I'm sure, will be repeated in the Philippines for the rest of the year. A great escape. It looked like he made the one. Did the one go in as well?
The shot of the tournament so far, and it proves to be a winner.
Well, could that be the sign that this is Francisco Bustamante's year? He's got all of the talent to play this game. He came so close, losing out just to Earl Strickland last year. But you need a bit of luck. You need the skill. He's a great kicker of a ball, but that's a great way to win a match. A sad way for Reyes.